All rise. I broke my foot. I can't stand up.
You did that to make me look like a dick.
Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Feeding the Ducks, the podcast, giving you little breadcrumbs of entertainment on a weekly basis. I am the local town idiot, Kyle.
I am the Our Lady of Grace General Excellence Award co-winner. Damn you, Margaret Gentili. Damn you.
Okay. That's all. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Joe. I'm Joe. Still Joe.
All
What,
right.
I finally come up with a nickname and you give me crap for it? I am the General Excellence Award winner.
Yeah, whatever.
Co-winner.
Hello, and everybody. Yeah, that wasn't a bit. I bumped into a couch and I might have broken my toe.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See, what I don't get about you, and I'll ask this again. You never played sports, really. You're not adventurous. You don't have a motorcycle. You don't rock climb. You don't really do anything but sit in front of a computer. And yet you've broken more bones.
I've broken.
Go ahead. Read them off.
4.
Well, I know you got a foot, and now a toe. You got a wrist. Anything else?
And there was another possible broken toe around 2020.
2 broken toes.
Yeah.
Only got 8 left.
Yeah.
All right.
So 3 leg injuries and an arm. That's great.
That's ridiculous.
So,
That's ridiculous.
And there's nothing you could do for a broken toe except like you can't put a cast around it. So I'm just kind of stuck here in pain.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave you after the show. We're just shut the lights and leave you there. Yeah. So
luckily, however.
Oh, okay.
I only broke my toe. I don't want to use the word recently. Because by the time this goes up,
that's right. We're back to the topic.
I broke it a day before we recorded today.
It's gonna be funny when I watch this back. I'm gonna say I don't remember you breaking your toe.
Yeah,
so long ago. That's good.
And the day before that, so 2 days ago, from right in this recorded moment, I had to go to jury duty. So all I'm saying is, thank goodness I broke it after that.
Yeah, that would have been
because that would have been a bitch.
Yeah, it probably would have sent you home. We probably got it. We would have took you to the doctor and then that. But
but I still would have had to go.
No, we would have. I don't know what we have done. We would have come up with something.
All right.
Oh, come on. But it's funny you should mention jury duty because you went a couple days ago. Yes. I went 2 weeks before you, and I've been holding on to this rage I have from it just because I knew you were going and we could compare notes. But I have a lot to say about. Do you got notes? Because I don't.
I got notes.
You got notes? I got. Notes.
I made sure to take notes, and I got a few here.
Took notes. I just got anger. Here
that sounds about right.
Let's just say the justice system. It's broken. It's just broken. It's just it's ridiculous. Absolute nightmare. If and all our listeners out there with jury duty, I'm sure can agree. What a ridiculous system. You get there, they tell you be there at 7:45.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get out of that first room. They don't even acknowledge your existence until after 9 o'clock. Over an hour.
Depending on who you are.
Well, who are you?
I'm apparently nobody.
Okay.
Because I was called for the 7:45 one. Yeah. And at some point they did start reading off on. They said, "Well, all right, we're going to call up the first 100 people." Yada 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 yada. Mm-hmm. All right, they all go. A couple minutes pass. All right, we're now calling the second 100 people. Da 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 da. We
went through 2 groups.
God knows what time it is at this point, but it's past like 10:30 or something.
You sat in that basement for till 10:30. Oh, there's a point.
At 10:30, another group was called in. Like another group of people is called in to come in at 10:30.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then there's more people.
Yes. Okay. So they call everyone up. They're like, all right, 10:30 people, sign in. I'm sitting there like, I was here at 7:45. Do I go up and sign in again? All the people going up don't have little juror things on them. I do. What's going on here?
Oh,
so I just kind of like, all right, I sit there. I'm like, they'll do something eventually.
Yes, you could trust them.
And then the line died down, and I'm like, all right, let me go see whatever the hell's going on. So I go in there, and I'm like, hi, I was here since like 7:45, 8 o'clock, and I was never called. Like more people are coming in. What's the deal?
What the hell, man?
They said, yeah, you'll be in the next group.
So wait, so you're there at 3 hours in just the basement part?
About, yeah. So
oh my God,
go,
that's worse than me.
Sit down. I probably should have put all my story together, but I'm gonna jump around like a Tarantino movie.
I'll jump around too.
But I sit down a couple of minutes later, like I guess the head person comes like, hey, can I see you for a second?
You?
Yeah. So I go up, I go back to the room. They're like, what's your name? It just goes through the list, like. Just like, yeah, I don't know what happened. You weren't called. You'll be in the next group.
They skipped you?
They skipped
Was there anybody else they skipped or just you?
I don't know. I didn't keep track of how many people were there.
Did anyone go with you in the next group?
Yeah, the 100 other people they called from the 10:30 group.
Okay. You win that round. That's worse than me. What I did was I sat there for an hour and a half. They took a bunch. They called us call our names. They brought us to a courtroom.
Okay.
Then took us out of that courtroom, brought us to another courtroom, which was much smaller.
Oh, okay.
So now there's no room for all of us.
Yes.
And they're pulling seats out of the closet. They're pulling up inflatable seats. They're sitting people everywhere. Just
say beanbags?
There was a beanbag, everything, anything they could find. Their crates.
Someone was on the judge's lap.
Yeah, exactly. They found any place to sit. So then they realized this might not be right.
Oh, really?
And they moved us to a big 4 rooms before we even started.
Well, it would be fine if the lawyers didn't need 10 square miles to walk around talking to people. There's a large amount of empty space in the courtroom that they could shrink down.
Well, I'll tell you, we took that space. Every inch of the courtroom had a person sitting there.
Crisscross applesauce? You had to sit on the floor.
A couple people on the floor. They put a napping mat on the floor. When you were in kindergarten, you got a napping mat. Pull that.
I thought you said napkin map.
A couple of those too. It was so they finally moved us to the big room.
Oh, really? Good.
This is now it's 11:30. Judge comes in. We meet the judge, everything, and we break for lunch. We were there we finally. So okay, you know what? Lunch, great.
I thought that was going to happen because by the time I got called in, it was like 12. I'm like,
they called lunch. You know what? There's no cafeteria. There's no place to have lunch. There's no place to sit and eat during your hour break. They want me to serve justice. They can't even serve me a tuna sandwich. This is absolutely insane. What do I do? Good thing I think ahead about eating all the time because that's what I base my whole day around. And I brought a peanut butter and jelly on a bagel. So I'm eating in a corner by myself.
Oh, good for you.
Like an actual criminal sitting in a corner eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And there's no cafe. There's no place to eat. There's no place to eat.
There's a vending machine.
Oh yeah. I went to the vending machine.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have any cash on me. I tried. My credit card didn't work. I couldn't get to the vending machine. There's no place to eat. This is my biggest problem with the whole thing. I couldn't eat anything. So now I'm hangry, which is not good. And then we go back into the court. And should I go on with mine? Or do you
go ahead.
Jump
no,
in
keep going. Keep going. I'm just going to let you have this one.
I am angry about this. They take us into the room, and we have an assault case. Fine, assault case. This might be interesting.
Okay.
The defendant is going to defend himself. He does not have a lawyer. You know what that means? Guilty. He's guilty because he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's defending himself. He has no chance. Guilty. I've already made up my mind. I don't want to hear any testimony. I don't want to. He's guilty. Guilty. He's stupid. This guy. He's going to defend himself. Isn't there an old saying, he who defends himself as an idiot for a client or something like that? I'm sure it's worded much better, but that's what it is. Look it up. He who defends himself is a moron or something like that. There's an actual saying.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
He who defends.
Don't put that he was a moron.
He who defends everything defends nothing.
No, what is that? Sounds like a line from Rambo.
He who defends himself has a fool for a client.
That's exactly what I said.
That was actually pretty close to what you said.
That's exactly what I said. He's a moron. So he's going, and the whole process. First of all, they tell you that how important jury duty is, and don't.
We didn't even mention the orientation.
You didn't get the speech about how it's the first day.
Yeah, which was
should
the
we
same
go back?
thing.
Because should we go backwards? Because
I don't know. I feel like I had things to say about if I didn't wind up going, because when they call you for jury duty initially, not the going in person. Like
the first day is virtual.
Yeah, the first day is a virtual orientation, which I'm guessing is a new thing.
I don't know.
Probably they probably didn't do that during COVID.
Yeah, probably stuck like that. So yeah, because last time I did it didn't have. But yeah, if the first day, the Friday is virtual, you log on and go ahead.
So they log on. Thank goodness you don't have cameras on, because they're at least somewhat nice.
Yes,
they come in. And they show you this orientation video from 1957, which is when we're recording this episode.
Yes, that's what it's that old time announcer too. Little Timmy went to court. He's going to be a juror. This is the steps to be a juror. It was in black and white.
Yeah, with the ragtime.
Yeah.
Okay, 1957 might have been a little too much. But the first thing that comes on in this video is some guy dressed in, I guess he's a judge or something.
Some dude wearing a robe, man.
Yeah, you know what? He might be an actor. He might not actually be a judge.
Oh, he might not be a real judge. You think they hired actor? I saw the guy. He was not an actor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't say he was a good actor.
Well, okay.
But he comes on, and the first thing out of the gate, you may be thinking, I got called for jury duty. This is a major inconvenience for me. But it was something along the lines of, you might be thinking how much of an inconvenience jury duty is, but jury duty is one of the most important rights you have as a citizen. And that's why when any of my friends ask, how do I get myself out of jury duty? I say don't, because it is the coolest thing you could possibly do. And if you want to be with the cool kids at the lunch table at your place of work, you will serve your jury or something like that. Something propaganda-esque.
I don't remember anything about cool kids.
Yeah. He came in on a skateboard. He's like, hey, winners don't do jury. Wait, that's the opposite.
Yeah, I do remember not that speech. Though I do remember the speech about how it's not an inconvenience and you should not want to get out of it. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of 50 different ways to get out of this. I'm thinking of every possible way.
It is the most propaganda-esque thing ever, because then they throw this at you. Most countries would love to have the right to trial by jury, or a jury of the fellow of their peers.
Their peers, yeah.
No, I'm not your fella. I don't know you.
Well, I looked around. None of my peers were there.
Yeah,
I was peerless over there. It was ridiculous. It was just. I'll get into the people too, because they piss me off too, because they're the problem. The reason this goes on is these people.
Yes,
and I'll
I know.
tell you why in a minute.
And then after the 15-minute orientation video, which due to inflation is like 30 minutes nowadays, they showed us a PowerPoint, and the pre-recorded PowerPoint,
as opposed to a live PowerPoint.
Well, yeah, as opposed to somebody in the Zoom call actually going through a PowerPoint.
Oh yeah, no, the Zoom call guy they weren't there. Yeah,
it was a PowerPoint, and they read word for word what was off each of the slides, and that just annoys me, because there's no reason for you to be saying what I can read.
Well, you know what? After seeing those people, most of them probably can't read.
Fair enough. So yes, orientation. Before I was even called to go in person, I was already done with this.
Well, I was watching the video, and every time, like they said, it's the third, any countries would want you to want to do that, and I'm sitting there and I forget that I'm on the thing. I'm guessing I left my audio on because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I'm going, oh, this is are you kidding me? And I'm yelling at the thing, and then realizing later they might be able to hear me.
Oh my god,
because I was getting mad. I was like, come on, I'll get out of here. Oh, I can't wait to get there. Stuff like that all go over the video. You okay with the mic there? You're gonna whack yourself in the head again.
That's going the wrong way.
I hate when that happens.
It sucks because like I need it closer to me, but turning it closer to me unscrews it. And so it's all wiggly wobbly. Sorry, continue.
Wobbly. No.
This has nothing to do with court. Other than the fact that they audio wise, at least in that basement, it's a big room.
Oh yeah, they put the mic on. Yeah,
very hard to hear. Very hard to hear.
It's a disaster. So we're back to my thing. Then we'll go to you. So I didn't have my tuna. I said that.
Yes, no tuna.
So we're in the court, and we finally get in the court, and the guy's defending himself, and it's just going to be a mess. So what they do is they go through.
Are we at liberty to talk about this, by the way?
Probably. Well, my case is probably over. I don't remember the name or anything like that. So no one knows which case this is.
No, I don't remember.
There's 1,000 assault cases a day. Nobody knows what mine is.
All I know is mine was going to go on for 6 weeks.
Did you sick? No, it wasn't
6 weeks.
Really?
Yes,
mine. They told me like 4 days. They were going to wrap this up. You know why they were going to wrap it up in 4 days? Because he was guilty, no matter what.
Well, my thing was it probably wouldn't last 6 weeks if you didn't call in over 200 people to fill 10
that's the
seats.
Point. That's the point. How ridiculous this is. How long it take? They could wrap this thing up in 15 minutes. What was your case? Did you know?
Some civil thing.
Did you?
Someone died. I don't actually remember.
That might be a murder case.
No, it wasn't a murder case.
Did you get the paper to fill out the answers? Did you ever get to that point?
Paper?
No. Okay. So what they do is they give us 30 questions.
Oh, I got 5.
You got 5?
Yeah.
Well, you must have went to discount court. How the hell did you get that?
I'll explain.
I got 30 questions.
You go first.
There's 30 questions, and they're all geared to try to see what you're thinking. Like, will you do this? Like, a big section was, would you be inclined to believe a police officer more than the accused?
Right.
Have you ever been in an assault case before? Like a bunch of yes and no questions that they ask you.
Right.
So you fill all this out, and then when it's time to call the jury and pick the jury, they start calling name by name. Now it's like 100 people in this room.
Oh yeah.
So of course, my luck, I'm not called first because I'm ready. I know they're going to talk to me for 30 seconds and they're going to send me out. They're going to be like, get this guy out of here.
Yeah.
He's not good for either side. So I fill out my questions and I'm waiting.
Okay.
And they call the person up and first they talk to the judge. Did you answer any yes questions? They'll talk to the judge. I answered. Did they put the white noise on for you?
Did we go to the same court?
So what they do is they call the person up first. They go up to the place where the judge sits. What's that thing called?
The place where the judge sits.
The altar? What is it called?
I don't actually know. I know the thing to the left is called the sidebar.
Approach the stand. What is it? Bench. Approach the bench. Jesus God, it's so stupid. Can you look up that up? So you approach it with the two lawyers.
Anatomy of a courtroom.
Okay. So you go.
Wow, that actually gave me results.
Okay. So you go up there and they put this white noise on in the room so the people sitting there can't hear.
Did not get that.
You didn't get that?
I didn't get white noise, no.
So they ask you why you said yes, blah, blah, blah. And if they're okay with your answers, they put you in the box now to be a juror. And they start filling up the 12 seats. Okay. So and once you get into the seat, then the judge will ask you questions. And the judge will ask you, tell me about yourself. And these people are going, I live in this area. I have 2 kids. My one daughter goes to this school. My other daughter goes to this school. And then they ask you, what kind of, where do you get your news from? Where do you, what TV shows do you watch? What do you do for hobbies?
And the guy who assaulted somebody
good
is right.
That's my point. I'm going to tell you all my information. And the guy who's the defendant, who's the accused assaulter, is also the lawyer. So he's getting my information. So I'm sitting in the back of the court and going, you got to be kidding me. I ain't doing this. I ain't giving them my information.
And our special guest this week is
what's that mean?
The assaulter.
That would have been great. I missed that. Sorry. So so they do all that, and I'm sitting in the back, and I'm like, no, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing this. I'm not giving them all this information. Right. These people are happily giving their information. They're telling their hobbies. They're telling where they live.
Their
I'm like, you people insane? Yes, that's what it was. It was insane. So I'm sitting there, and I'm getting furious. I'm getting furious at this thing. Right. So as we're going through it, after the answers all the judge's questions, they sit down, and then the judge says to the prosecutor, are you okay with all the jurors? Would you want to dismiss anybody? Prosecutor gets up, says, no, I'm good. All they go to Mr. Defendant Lawyer, and he does this. He gets up, he looks. Number 4. And they dismiss number 4. Okay, fine.
Okay.
He did this for everybody. They'd ask the prosecutor. Prosecutor said no, and he'd get up and go, maybe 6. Picking people, just getting rid of everyone. He got rid for no reason. Well, no reason. Because he wanted this to stretch long because he knew he was guilty. That's why. He wanted this to go on as long as possible. And they allowed this, and it was driving me mad. So now he's more guilty to me because he's keeping me there an extra day and because he's being a jerk. He's being a jerk. So the whole day goes by, and they never call me. So I got to come back for a second day. So I'm really pissed off now. So I'm walking out of court, and a cop next to me. So I go, can I ask you a question? Cop says, sure. And I said, do you think it's cool? It's really good that we tell all our information while the defendant's sitting right there. You think that's good? And the cop got annoyed with me. He got annoyed. Like, what kind of stupid question is that? He said, well, all your stuff is public information anyway. This guy is not going to go to the town hall to find my records when I'm giving it to him right there.
You ever hear of Facebook?
This guy's going to look me up on Facebook? Okay, you know what? Fine. If he can do that, let him do the legwork. Don't let me give him all the information right in front of him. It was absolutely ridiculous. And the cops were tired of me because I was yelling in the back of the court all day, throwing my hands up and stuff.
Sounds about right.
Yes, I was getting aggravated. You know why? Because there was no cafeteria and I was hungry.
That was the
main problem.
It all comes back to food.
So the whole day goes by, they dismiss us, and I got to come back the next day.
Okay.
Yep. And then we come back the next day. 7:45, down in the basement. Waiting another.
You have to do that again?
We had to wait until they called us up to the thing. We didn't go right to the courtroom. We didn't have our because we wound up being in a different courtroom the next day. So we go in.
Same case though.
Same case, but the judge that we had finally got into her real courtroom. So
okay.
She was using an extra courtroom.
Whatever.
So we go back and I wait again till 9:30, and then we go up there and we go through the whole thing, and it's more stalling and more waiting, and this guy going number 4, number 8, to the point where we're in the back of the thing. Me and this other person were taking bets on which he's going to pick number 6 this time. He's going to pick number 6 because there was no rhyme or reason. He wasn't picking somebody because anything they said,
right? And
nobody was calling him on it. They let him do this. They allowed him to do this,
and the people until proven guilty.
You're fine, but then everybody's getting up there, and one of the questions, and this is what drove me nuts about people. They said, "Do you believe that the justice system is fair?" And every single one of these puppets said, "Oh yes, definitely, 100%, yes, it is, yes it is." Why? Because it gives you a fair shake and gives everybody has an equal chance to prove that. And I'm in the back like, no, idiot. There's no way. Have you heard of the upper class or anybody who's got money or anything? Is it the same? They have the same trial procedure? No, they don't. And these puppets, they don't speak from. They give the answers like they're in high school. They're giving the answers that the teacher wants to hear.
Yeah,
that's what I'm sitting through. And I'm getting madder and madder at these people. I want one person to get up there and say, "No, it's not fair."
Did you?
I didn't get my chance.
Oh.
I'm still sitting in the back waiting for this idiot to stop picking people. So I got all my answers. Even the question about where do you get your news? I was going to say the Onion. I was going to say the Onion because that's where I do get my news.
I get my news from the homeless man rambling down the street.
Exactly. That's the difference. And everybody's answering their questions and like they're being graded. Idiots. Each and every one of them was an idiot. And that's the reason we were there for 2 days, because these people were so proud to show. Would you think you'll make a good juror? Oh, yes, 100%, because I like to think things. No, you won't. He's guilty. I'm yelling in the back. Pick me. He's guilty because he's defending himself, and he kept me here 2 days. Nobody's saying that. I'm the only one who's annoyed. Just me. And I think I'm in a
because jury duty is not an inconvenience. It is. I guess it is the best thing you've ever done in your life?
They bought the tape. They must be like a brainwashing thing when you watch the video. It makes you think, yes, jury duty is good. I must do jury duty. Well, it didn't get me because I was pissed off because I didn't have a place to eat.
I didn't even get to do it because they forgot about me.
That shows you how important it is. How important it is. They skipped right over you.
I don't even think I was on the paper.
Should have walked out.
Because I was looking at the person checking to see where my name was.
Yeah, no name.
And it's not like they ever went, oh, that's weird. We skipped over. I wasn't there. I was about to commit a crime to justify being there.
You know what? They probably saw that you were related to me and said, we don't want that.
Maybe.
Like that idiot last weekend.
God willing, but no, they
bitching and moaning in the back of the courtroom.
Stuck me in a courtroom. But so your thing. I didn't get
go.
I didn't get that far at all.
Oh no,
I don't know where the hell you.
I didn't even get to my point yet, but you start going a little bit, and I'll rant how I got out of it.
So all my Justice League.
Justice League was the Justice League. You had a much cooler thing. You had Superman, Wonder Woman.
All my jury duty experience came from this one room because they forgot about me. Which wouldn't be a first, but whatever.
Are you a jury of one? Did they give you like your own special case?
I don't know. So whatever. I'm there. This one's on me. All right. So I'll admit that. But I brought my Kindle, my little electronic reader. So I had something to do for the 4 hours I was there.
Yeah.
I forgot I was going into a public government sanctioned building.
Yeah.
So Wi-Fi is not a term they've heard of.
No, the Wi-Fi was terrible.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't have a book on the Kindle. I forgot to buy one or didn't think to buy one beforehand.
So you're looking at a blank screen?
And I didn't want to buy something on the courthouse Wi-Fi. I don't trust these people.
You don't trust these people. I just gave people giving their whole information to the assaulter, and you don't want to get Wi-Fi?
No, because if my card is on there, I don't want that.
Yep.
So I'm in that room for like 4 hours. I didn't do nothing for the first 3. Finally, after I got up and be like, hey, where's my name? I got the idea. I'm like, I'll look up free books.
There's free books
on the store and just download a free book and read that.
You can get free books?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's
apparently.
like a library.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Of course, as the universe wills it, as soon as I think of this, they call me. So I got about 10 pages in. But before that, so for those first 3 hours, I couldn't even use my phone because Wi-Fi was awful.
Wi-Fi was terrible. Yeah. It was absolutely terrible.
And then they turn on HGTV.
Where?
In the basement.
You got TV?
Yeah.
I didn't get TV.
Well, first, we didn't get TV. We just got sound.
Of the TV. Oh, yeah. You know what? The big screen was on. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes,
we didn't get that at first.
You're right.
We only got the sound.
You just got sound. So, okay.
So I wrote to my friends. I'm like, guys, I wrote to my friends. I'm like, guys, I think God just talked to me. He said we're going to be redoing the cabinets.
That's what God would say.
Finally, they turned on.
God's an interior designer.
It's almost like he did carpentry.
Who?
God.
Was carpenter?
Yeah. Jesus was.
You think God was a carpenter too?
I don't know. But at some point he came back and said, get the sledgehammer. But no, eventually the video came on. And so I was stuck to I was forced to watch HGTV. And I thought we got rid of Cruel and Unusual Punishment. But no,
that's the thing. That's the thing. Where are the defendants there? We're guilty because we're stuck there doing our punishment.
Why are we guilty? Oh yeah, okay.
Guilty. It was
holy
crap! It was a nightmare.
And then finally get called with the group. First off, there's like one judge there.
Where in the room?
In the building. In the building.
Oh, okay.
They were only sending people to one judge.
Really?
Because that was it. There was one judge working, I think, one case.
So how many people were in your group?
There was like 200 people in the first one. I'm assuming 200 people in the second one.
And they all went to the same judge? That can't be right. That can't be right.
Maybe there were 2 judges, but the point was there were only enough cases to have each group of people only go to one. It's not like they split the people.
Okay.
50 of you go to Judge A, 50 of you go to Judge B.
That's their names?
Yes.
Judge A, Judge B?
Judge Aaron and Judge... I got nothing. But to my understanding, it was all you people in the first group, one judge. All you people in the second group, and you, second judge.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
This guy. What do we do with this? No one wants you. It was like they were choosing teams and nobody wanted you. You were the last one picked.
I wish I was, because then I could have went home. Anyway.
Nobody wants you in the team.
We go there. We go up. We're in the courtroom, and everybody sits down. We get the spiel of good jury duty. Good. Please listen to these sleaze bags.
Who's a sleaze bag?
Lawyers.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't even get, these were introductions. These weren't even, we didn't even get into the case yet. I just already,
they just got up and introduced themselves, right?
Yeah,
they didn't talk about the case.
I hold their words with a grain of salt.
Wow.
And so then we got the whole deal, and we got the instructions. All right. I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
You only got 5 questions?
If you answer, what was it? If you answer no to any of these questions, sending you to another court, you're on my good list. If you answer yes to any one of the 5, you're going to stay here. We're going to see if you're fit to serve.
Oh, I would have answered yes to all 5 of them. What were the questions? This is going to be exciting. Oh, you didn't write the questions down.
Why would I write the questions down?
This is an important part of the story.
You got to be unbiased.
I'm out.
Any scheduling conflicts.
Okay, you came up with that.
Something about knowing any of the people.
Yes.
Or like had any involvement in a similar case or something like that. I forget what the other ones were.
I wish I kept my questions.
Yeah.
I got 30. I didn't get 5.
So the judge goes through the 5 questions, and you know how many people said no to all 5?
1.
Maybe 3.
Yep.
Out of the 100 people in the courtroom.
Those are the people.
3.
Those are the people who want to do it. You know what? Pick them. Let them do it. Hire them. Pay them. We didn't get to the pay yet.
No, we didn't get to that. I didn't get paid, but we'll get to that.
You didn't get paid.
No.
Why didn't you get paid? You were there. You're supposed to get paid.
Was I supposed to?
Yeah, you're supposed to get a whopping $5.
Oh.
Well, actually, you're supposed to get 10 because you got 5 for the video you got brainwashed on, and then for showing up, you got $10 coming your way. What are you looking for? Is it in there? I don't think they.
No,
I don't think they.
They can give me jack.
That's not direct deposit right to your wallet. That's not how it works.
Okay.
You're going to get a check and you're going to be blown away by it.
$15 or 10.
10. I got 15.
Oh, nice.
3 days.
So yeah, and then we go one by one through the 97 remaining people. 98. Because there was 101 people.
Yes,
not 100.
You were the one. Right?
I was the 100. I was the 101st. And we went through discussing why people had a reason they couldn't serve.
Yes.
And the problem is the problem that they know that jury duty is an inconvenience, and they're trying to convince you is not, because now the judge has that in her mind. She is now looking at 98 people going, oh, what BS excuse are they going to try to get out of it? Every answer you give is not going to be a valid reason to her. Yes. Because she knows it's an inconvenience, and you want to get the F out of it.
Was she tough on it? Was she tough
on it? This was like Sherlock Holmes picking apart a story.
Really? What'd she do?
Oh, I got kids to pick up, and I work.
That's the number one answer.
Oh, but school ends soon. How are you watching your kids if you work at a school and all that? I'm like,
yeah, that was the number one. The kids were always big. Always use the kids. I'm like,
and they needed 10 seats. They had 200 people to fill 10 seats. Yeah. So I'm like, you are not confident that you can find 10 qualified people that you have to pick apart the stories of each and every person.
Well, not when the lawyer / defendant is throwing everybody out because he's got an unlucky number.
I had like 3 parties in mind, by the way.
3 parties?
There were like 3.
The defendant, the prosecutor, who's the third guy?
There were like 2 defendants or something. I once again don't remember a thing. Something about somebody dying.
Yeah, you know what? That could have been really good for the show to actually know what the hell it was. Well, I know mine was an assault. Oh, I got another to remind me on that one. I got a bone to pick with your mother about the next question.
Okay, well, all I know is a malpractice case.
Oh,
I don't want to talk. Like, cool. I'm not at, like I said,
yours is probably still going on. So shut your mouth.
I was, like I said, it was 6 weeks long, and I don't know what I'm at liberty.
Yeah. A malpractice case is 6 weeks. An assault case, they told us we'd be out of there in 4 days.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right. Because you know why? He was guilty.
So I don't know what I'm at liberty to discuss, but then again, the way we record episodes, this was a case from 1952, so I think we're good. But yeah, so now the judge is picking apart each person's story, and by the time this goes out, this would have already happened. So I'm gonna say what I said. I said, "Hi, can't do this. I'm going on a trip to Italy for about 2 weeks." I didn't want to give a range date because, like, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't seem like a lot. And she goes, "About 2 weeks?" I'm like, 10 days.
That's about 2 weeks.
I tried to give little information to make it broad, but the Sherlock up there is like,
you should have made up a country.
Should have picking out everything, and then is like, I said I go away for 10 days. She's like, "All right, so you're back in July." I'm like, "No, June." She's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot today was May."
She forgot June. She forgot an entire month.
She forgot it was May.
This is 20, the one who's going to be in charge of the case. She misses months. All right, whatever.
And so like it's just everyone. And then another thing I don't understand, because this didn't actually end up affecting me, is because they didn't have enough cases. There's a difference between being excused and being rescheduled.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can either be excused for the next 3 years,
you got 3 years,
or go and reschedule because your reason wasn't good enough.
Well, what'd you get?
I got rescheduled.
I didn't get anything. They didn't tell me. I guess they just wanted me out of it. They never gave me.
Yeah. They were probably sick of you.
I guess they. I was so annoying. But I was giving commentary in the back.
But like I said, there were at most 2 judges for the 400 people there.
Yeah.
And they just didn't have enough cases. There was literally a sign on the door when I went back down to the basement. "Judge so-and-so, if you've been rescheduled, go away. You're not needed." They said, "Yeah, if we had more cases, we'd reschedule you, but we got nothing. You're good for 3 years."
So you're good for 3 years. Well,
would have been nice to know 4 hours ago, but whatever.
That's my point. Now I'm on day 2 now. We're trying to get up there just to speak and tell them my problem. So when I finally get up there, they finally call me. And I go up to the judge and they said, "Did you answer yes to any questions?" I said, "Yes, I answered questions that
you went up."
I didn't get in the box. I went to the judge first with the.
But you went physically up to the judge.
They called you up to the side. That's why they put on the noise. Yeah.
Oh.
They took one by one.
We were talking from the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't get personal questions.
We didn't get a questionnaire. No.
Yeah, that's ours were more
put
personal.
A finger down if you can't do this. That was essentially what it was.
If you can walk and chew gum, you can stay. No,
but, I got to go up there. She didn't call people up. She had them speak from the back of the courtroom.
Yeah, okay.
And then had the audacity to complain she couldn't hear most of the people.
What? Oh yeah,
that was somebody's reason. Like, I'm deaf in one ear. I could barely hear any of the people here. She's like, I couldn't hear any of them either.
Yeah, so I finally get up there. I finally walk up there, and you walk up to the judge. It's a little intimidating. But she said, "Did you answer yes to any questions?" I said, "Yes, I answered questions to having police in the family and stuff." And I said, and one of the questions was, "Would you tend to side with police in a matter?" And I said, I answered yes to that. And she said, "You can't separate that and be unbiased." I said, "No."
Unbiased against who?
I said, my thing was, I said, if you bring a cop up onto the stand, I'm going to believe every word he said. And this is. That guy over there is making a joke of this because he's just picking numbers to go out, and I don't think I can give a fair assessment of this case because I'm going to believe the cop, and I'm not going to believe anything he says because he pissed me off because I didn't get a freaking sandwich. How about that, Judge? How about that, Your Honor? Do something about that in your system, because that is my biggest complaint about this. That's the problem with the.
That's another thing. On the wall in the basement, they had a satisfaction survey.
I didn't get that.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Oh, you should have brought it home because
I'm like, you don't want me to after you forgetting to call me. Oh, you don't want to hear about my satisfaction.
Oh, so I wish I got that. I didn't see that.
It's right on the wall.
So I'm talking to her, and I said, I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not gonna give a fair.
I can't be unbiased. I'm hungry.
Pretty much. And I said, I'm not gonna be good. You're not gonna want me as there. So my biggest problem with that was I didn't get in the box to get those other questions. What news do you watch, and what one of the questions were, and this is.
Well, here's another thing. When they're
trying for interrupting while you're
sorry. Were you sworn to tell the truth during the questions?
No, nobody was.
Yeah.
No, I think they get that. The only people in the stand get that, right?
So why can't I just say whatever the hell I want to get out of it?
You can. I did. That's it. You get out. Just say what you want. You just got to be convincing. I shouldn't be saying this, but I was serious. I come from a police family.
Well, yeah,
I was going to believe
I was
cop.
serious.
That guy did annoy me, and I was hungry. Give me a Bible. I'll tell you I'm hungry. I swear to God, I'm starving.
Well, yeah, I thought I'd be out of there a lot quicker, so I didn't bring any food.
I told you to bring food.
Well, I figured I would go up there, be like, "No, I'm out this bitch."
No, you're not out this bitch. Let me go. Because before you could say I'm out this bitch, you got 6 hours of waiting.
I didn't expect them to forget about me.
I told you that.
I thought I would go in, they would sign, and I would say, "Hey, I'm out this bitch country. Let me go. I can't serve." And they're like, yeah, you're just going to bring that up to the judge." I'm like, cool. Then let me see the judge.
Well, that's why you were taken off the list.
I kept going up to people. They're like, all right, well, yeah, we'll call you in the next group. I said, okay, don't know if this helps, I will not be here. I think this is a problem. They're like, tell it to the judge.
You're the last kid picked on the team. You're the kid.
And another thing is,
there's more.
I was in like the third row back. So there's like maybe 20 to 40 people in front of me. Maybe.
You weren't on a beanbag like some of the people on this?
But there were like 20 to 40 people who had to give their reason for not being there while in front of me. And because, as I said, the judge is going through this like, oh, they're trying to get out of this. Anytime somebody brought up a trip as an excuse, I'm like, fuck, she's not going to believe me.
Well, you had the proof. You had a picture of Italy or something. Look, it's the colors. I'm going. But I
didn't know if I would be able to get that far. I thought you would say, "Oh yeah, another person who has a vacation coincidentally." Sit the fuck down.
You might have done that.
You wouldn't have cursed because you can't do that.
I think you can.
I think you can.
Because I was cursing in the back of the room all day.
That doesn't count.
I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. This guy's making a mockery of the system that you tell me is so great. Did he
introduce himself? Did he say like he went to law school or anything?
No, this guy did not go to law school. That's why I'm kind of upset that I didn't get because I wanted to see this guy in action. Because he would have been guilty in the first 5 minutes.
Well, my problem is,
let me make a disclaimer. I do not know if he was guilty or not. He was alleged for the crime, and he's innocent until proven guilty. But this guy was guilty. I'm sorry, this guy was guilty. It was ridiculous. But let me get to the question that I'm fighting with your mother about.
Oh, okay.
You tell me what you think.
Oh.
They ask you about what news, where you come, as a kid, give me your social security number, the whole thing they ask you. And then one question is, because this was an assault case, I think on his someone he knew, let's say. I won't go into the details. But they said, do you think someone who assaults someone that they know or live with or in a relationship with should get more punishment than someone who assaulted, say, a stranger? And everybody went up there and said, no, I think it should be equal. It should be equal under the law. It should be equal under the law. And I'm sitting in the back screaming, no. And this is the thing. Your mother said the same thing. My thing is, if you live with someone or trust them, if you walk out in the street and I get punched in the face, you know what? I'm out in the street. There's a risk. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, there's a chance.
Yeah, that might as well happen.
Yes, there's a chance. When I walk out this door, I might get punched in the face. I understand that. When I come to my home and I'm around the people that I love and everything and people I know, if I get punched in the face there, yeah, I'm a little bit more pissed off and there should be more of a penalty I feel
like those are two separate things.
What do you mean?
One should be assault and one should be domestic violence. Well, I feel like those would account differently.
I don't know. I just know if I walk in the house and get punched in the face, I think there should be a little bit more time. Like I said, I go out in the street. There's a 50% chance I'm getting punched in the face. In fact, I think the cop was going to punch me in the face in the court. I expected that. But then, and your mother said, no, it should be equal. How could you be? What do you mean? You're supposed to trust these people that you live with, right? You trust them, you love them, whatever the deal is. If someone hits you or assaults you in your home, your place of safety, this is my place of safety. If I'm getting punched in the face, well, then you know what? Tack on 2 more years. If you get 5 for assault, you should get 7 for whacking me in my own home while I'm trying to watch. Don't throw the.
You weren't supposed to catch it.
Doesn't hurt the duck. Well, yeah. So that was another problem. So I actually my biggest disappointments was not getting into the thing to answer these ridiculous questions, and then not actually seeing this guy in action as a lawyer. Maybe he was great. You know, maybe he was just pulled out of freaking Al Pacino from Injustice for All or any law movie you want. I'm out of order.
My Joe Pesci from My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, that too. He could do all that, but maybe he would have surprised me. Maybe he would have shocked me.
My issue is that I didn't even get to the court case. They let me out of there, and I couldn't be rescheduled because apparently there was no crime to ever happen again. That they had no other cases, so I'm good for the next 3 years. Which, when this comes out, will be about like until next month.
We go to the jury again.
But during the orientation video, they gave you a mock court, and they had these actor or lawyers or whatever come in and give opening statements.
When, in the video?
Yeah. And then they said these opening statements don't have anything, should not be taken as any fact with the case. They're just to, I don't even know what they're for, but the judges, they get up and be like, ladies and gentlemen, my client's not guilty, and here are the reasons why. Thank you for your time. You'll be here for the next 5 weeks. Make sure you remember everything. The opening statement and closing statement are moot. They don't matter because they're told you're told, this is not any of the presented facts of the case. This is just what the lawyer is buttering you up with.
Oh yeah, well that's his job. His job is to tell you my guy's good.
It's like you're writing a college essay. Oh, here are the points I will be discussing today. This paragraph itself is not actually to touch on those points. This is just an overview of what's going to happen so I can fill up the arbitrary page count that the teacher gave me. It's the exact same thing. I don't give an F what you have to say, what you think the client might be. If I am the judge of the facts, as I've been quoted to be by the judge, they're the judge of the law, we're the judge of the facts. I don't know when Donald Trump got here, but the point is, if you're going to give me the facts, don't butter me up with your opinion column from the Daily Planet.
Who's editing the audio on this show?
Me, like always.
Because I think you're in the red, dude. I think you're in the red.
And then,
there's more.
Well, this one was.
You were there for an hour and a half. I was there for 3 days.
And this one was just stupid. During the video, they had somebody testify, like there was a witness, and they were going through a mock thing.
I didn't see this.
And there was it was a car accident mock court case or whatever. And they're like, "Hey, do you recognize this intersection?" She's like, "Yeah, this is a diagram of the intersection I drew. The red rectangle represents the red car, and the blue rectangle represents the blue car." I'm like, "This is what you're taking my Friday away from me from?"
It took 45 minutes away from you. Take it easy.
I have things to do. I have a laundry list of shit that needs to be edited in the next 3 days before we leave. And I lost a full 2 days because of jury duty and because I broke my foot. That one's on me, I'll admit, but still.
Yeah, you did. You did. Wow. God bless America. All I got to say about that.
If you want more Ducks content, are we done?
Are we done? I didn't get to half my stuff.
Oh, go ahead. I thought you went on for like 30 minutes.
No, did I? You're screaming. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I had to go to jury duty.
It was just to sum it up, our closing arguments. Jury duty is got to be better. Fix your shit. That's my thing on jury duty. Fix your shit.
Well, my thing is why can't that just be a job?
It should be. Oh yeah. Well, it should be a job. It should pay more than $5 per day. Well, and there should be a cafeteria. Have I mentioned the cafeteria?
I feel like if it was a job, where do even the junches? Where do the junches get lunch?
They probably
Where do the judges get lunch?
They probably bring in a feast for them. Them and the lawyers and that guy, the defendant / lawyer, probably got a nice meal. You know who didn't get a nice meal? Me. I didn't get a nice meal. So that's my closing argument.
Well,
fix your shit. Get a cafeteria in there and move this thing along a lot quicker. Don't get me there at 7:45 if you have no intention of calling me till 9:30. You got 200 people there.
You know how people are. You say get there 7:45. That's at least 8:15.
Yeah, but if I get there late, I'm in trouble. People 7:45. You know what? 8 o'clock. Start calling names. Not 9:30. No, fix your shit. That's what's got to go on in this court system. That's why it's broken. The system is broken. Don't tell me it's fair. Like everybody who got up there like a good little boy and just said how great the system is. You're all idiots. That's why we're all here today, because we're all idiots, and they're making fun. The judge went back and he probably laughed at us. He laughed at us. These idiots are here and they're buying into this shit and they're telling me all their information. What do you look at your clock for? I'm done. Just
my closing statement is I just think it should be an actual paying job.
Yes, I agree with that.
Regardless of what
should be a professional juror.
Yes, regardless of whatever the outcome the jury decides on, they get paid, which I believe would guarantee impartiality.
I agree. I'm going to work on Monday. I got a new case. I'm working Monday to Friday. I'm going to be on this jury. Next week I'll have a different case.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree 100%.
There should be backup people. Shit. There should be backup people in case, you do know somebody.
They should have understudies.
Yes. But you should not be calling in 200 people to fill 10 seats.
Exactly.
You have to have some confidence in yourself.
And you should limit the amount of people you could throw out so this guy doesn't get to throw everybody out.
That was ridiculous.
That was totally ridiculous. Give a reason. You can't just say number 6 leave and they say, okay, number 6 leave. Give a reason why you don't want number 6 up there. He's a racist.
If you're gonna pick apart the jury's reasons for not being able to go, you should pick apart any of the plaintiffs or the defendant's reasons for not wanting a jury.
You know why the prosecutor was fine with all of it? Because he knew he was going to win the case against this guy because he was guilty. Okay, I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble for all this. I hope this case is over. We didn't even say where we were, so good. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
that's it.
The government doesn't know that. If you're looking to find more of us, you can follow us on FTDcast on Instagram.
To find more of this?
You can find more of us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and YouTube.
Yes, FTD cast at all that stuff.
Yes,
or at that thing.
Any talent who would like to come on?
Yes.
Please email us at feedingtheduckspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
You can find my own stuff at Kingpin Creations, and you are at?
I am on the Twitter at the Joe Pep 1 and Instagram Joe Pep 27.
All right.
No one's looking for me.
That's okay. And that's all we got for you today.
I guess court is how do they end it?
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Dude, they bang their little play stick and they say, court's adjourned.
Court adjourned.